Hello, everyone. Thank you for stopping by on my page, my podcast page. You've landed on Diabetes, the Sugar Sweet Enemy, and I'm the host of the show, Jenice Walters. And I know that type 2 diabetes for many of you is not a sexy topic, but I really want you to get a sense of my story and an idea of why I do what I do, especially if you're newly diagnosed or a long-term type 2 diabetic like myself. I've had the disease for over 30 years and was not compliant for most of those years. And what changed for me was about the last 7 or 8 years or so is when I finally got on board. And here's the reason why. Diabetes and sugar, well, sugar was my best friend. It was my buddy until it wasn't. Diabetes tried to take me out, and diabetes tried to take my right eye and take my left leg. And that was the game changer for me. I decided at that point that I was not about to lose my sight. I was not about to lose my left leg to something that I could control. So I had to do something different. I couldn't continue to do what I was doing and eating whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted, how much I wanted, and think that it was going to be okay, because it wasn't going to be okay. Diabetes tried to take me out of here. So the short version of that is that because I went so long being non-compliant and doing well and then getting off and then doing well so that I would avoid getting the needle. I would go to the doctor and I would kind of cajole him into letting me not have the needle, but giving me some time to get it together. And then I'd go back in 3 months and my sugars were better. And he'd say, okay, I won't put you on medication. So I did that off and on for a good part of those years until my body decided, after breaking down and breaking down, and I was wearing it down that whole time, that it had had enough. And so when I almost lost my leg and almost lost my right eye, that was the proverbial line drawn in the sand. And I had to do something totally different. So I decided that I needed to change my lifestyle. I needed to start to like foods that normally I hadn't liked in the past, that I would now need to start eating more whole foods, that I would need to start eating more salads, which I used to hate. I thought it was rabbit food. But the long story to a short one is that I had to incorporate some of those things, and now some of those things are my favorite foods to eat. But the reason I'm telling you all of this is to let you know that diabetes can be managed. It can, in many cases, be reversed. And in my case, if I was able to get my A1C levels from 15, a high of 15, down to 5.2, there is absolutely no reason why those of you out here listening who've had the disease or who are newly diagnosed or who feel that their life is over, I'm here to tell you that it's not. I'm here to tell you that there's hope. I'm here to tell you that you can manage this thing if you really want to manage it. As long as you get the support system in place, as long as you get the help that you need, as long as you get the information and the education that you need, you can manage this disease. It does not have to manage you. They also wanted to let you know that because I did go so long with it being uncontrolled and me being non-compliant, that I now have to have injections as a preventive measure in both of my eyes every 6 to 8 weeks. It was up to about 10 weeks, but every once in a while, I can still go to 10 weeks, but it's between 6 to 10 weeks that I have to go and get injections in both of my eyes as a preventive measure, so that I don't have happen what happened to me before and have my retina detached or go blind, and lose my eyesight. So that is a preventive measure. This is not something I would want to wish on any of my worst enemies. It's not fun getting injections in your eyes. But I'm here to tell you that it can be managed and you don't have to go down the same road that I did. So rather than leaving you on a downside, I just want to say that my sugars have been turned around. My health has been turned around. You can still socialize with your family. You can still enjoy your food. You can still manage your life and have a full life and a healthy life. But we just have to be more mindful of what it is that we put in our mouths and how we treat our bodies, the one that we've been given. So I'm here to say, please stop by because on the show, you'll find people that are like me, people that are newly diagnosed, people that have other chronic illnesses that just want to get healthy and need some perspectives and need some help in what to do. And so some of my guests will be able to give you those perspectives, will be able to give you their own examples of what they've gone through and some of the challenges that they had and their success stories and their triumphs. I also interview professionals who treat type 2 diabetics who are faced every single day with folks coming in who've been carrying this disease, not managing it well, and now having to come in because their sight is gone, or now having to come in and then lose a toe or lose a limb, or their kidneys begin to shut down. I interview those people so that they can kind of give you the nitty gritty and the down and dirty about what happens and what the consequences are when you don't follow what you need to follow and when you don't take your health seriously. Health is your wealth. We need to live, eat to live, as opposed to living to eat. And once we can kind of get that dynamic straight, we're good. So I just want you to be able to spend some time here, listen to some of the stories. Some of them are just nothing short of amazing. And some of the treatments that the professionals offer and the perspectives that they offer you to be able to manage this disease. So I welcome you to the page. I welcome you to the show. Please subscribe, please follow, share with somebody that you may love and know that has diabetes, that is looking for answers. Point them this way so that they can get some help, they can get some support, they can get some information, and they can get some education. So thank you for stopping by. I'm Jenice Walters, and this is Diabetes, the Sugar Sweet Enemy.